What's up, fam? It's your man, Tim Black. Welcome back to the Tim Black Show. Today, we're going to dive into a story that's sweeping the country. 40 different states have filed a lawsuit against Meta. They allege that Meta, Instagram, and Facebook are they harming our children? Are our children being damaged using their applications? Let's get into it right here on the Tim Black Show. Let's unpack this. The lawsuit alleges that Meta and Instagram have knowingly manufactured, programmed, directed their applications to make children spend more time on the application. And that amount of time that they spend on the application is actually harming those children. Now, what's important here in this question, or in this lawsuit, is knowingly. Has Facebook knowingly been subjecting our children to ungodly amounts of time on these devices, knowing this is negative for them, that this is damaging to them? I know it's a question we've all asked ourselves. I know I've asked it. I've talked to my wife, we've talked about it. But frankly, my concerns go beyond the applications. I'm even concerned about tablets in general. Hell, I go beyond just tablets. That's just damn swiping motion. My 2-year-old grandbaby's doing like this on everything, just swiping. One day she walked up to me and started swiping. Like, baby, I'm your granddaddy, stop this. These accusations get more intense. The algorithms, they don't make it themselves. They're made by the company intentionally. Are the algorithms feeding your children certain types of content in order to keep them on the app, thus increasing their revenue? Now these are like basic no-brainer questions. We're not talking about adults, though. We're talking about the babies. The babies. See, these algorithms, they act like a dopamine dispenser, funneling your children with metabolical reactions to the screens, to the devices, to the applications on the devices. These applications keep our children hooked like a gambler at a slot machine, pulling a lever. Remember Frances Haugen? She's a whistleblower. She testified before Congress that Meta knew, based on its own studies, that linked the use of these applications to depression in children. This is what blew this story wide open. This is what began the lawsuits.
Thank you for the opportunity to appear before you. My name is Frances Haugen. I used to work at Facebook. I joined Facebook because I think Facebook has the potential to bring out the best in us. But I'm here today because I believe Facebook's products harm children, stoke division, and weaken our democracy.
I know some of you watching like, come on, Tim Black, we're responsible for our kids and our children. And here's the thing, not all parents are psychologists or therapists, but the numbers don't lie. Listen to this. The percentage of high school girls considering suicide has jumped from a whopping 19% to 30% just since Instagram launched. 19 to 30% just since Instagram. And we're not even talking about TikTok. This is a stark reminder of the impact that these applications have on our youth's mental health. So it's not just, the parents should know better. Parents have jobs. Parents don't have researchers. Parents don't have research departments that are able to track and trace. Remember, that's why I say the operative word here was going to be what? Knowingly. According to reports, Meta's own data showed them this. And Meta never changed its activities. They never said, hey, we know this can happen. Maybe we should do something to mitigate, to lessen the damage of children on the application. What'd they do? See what I'm saying?
Meta's response? They're disappointed. They say they've introduced tools to support teens, but the states aren't buying it. They want real change, not just surface-level fixes.
From Colorado to New York, even Arkansas, states are unified in the legal battle. That's right, from blue states to red states to purple states. They all see the problem. Big tech, they don't just want compensation, they want the big tech companies, they want Facebook, they want Meta. They want Meta to overhaul its algorithms and protect our children from the damaging psychological impact of their applications. So, what's at stake here? It's more than just a lawsuit. It's about our children's mental health. Here's my rule of thumb for black folks. When white people get a cold, we get pneumonia. And unfortunately, we live in a country that does not provide us with health care like other countries do. Or we can just put all our kids in therapy and let the government pay for it. But see, America, for some reason, doesn't have health coverage for everyone. At least not free. Not covered by our tax dollars. So this is a very serious issue. See, here's the thing we got to accept, guys. Social media is not just something to do. It's not just a pastime. It has become a way of life for our young people. I remember seeing a story where a child went ballistic on her parents, like destroyed a house because the mom took away a smartphone. What was it about the smartphone that made the child go ballistic? I don't think it was the instant messenger. I think it was the applications within the phone that the child had been living within, okay? This is serious. Now, we love to say this is bad parenting, parents aren't doing their jobs. We have such a widespread problem. We don't just want to look at the individual parents, we got to look at the source. If everybody coming outside is catching something from the air, at some point we got to not just look at the people that are catching it, but we got to look at the air and say, what's in the air that's causing everyone to get sick? What we have a tendency to do is we have a tendency to blame the individual for a bigger, more widespread problem. Because if we can blame the individual, that means nothing has to change. At least that's the way the corporations want us to see these types of problems. It's individual problems. But check this out. If 30% of young girls are feeling like they're not good enough, that they don't add up, that they are not, that their bodies aren't good enough, that they are not good enough, that they're not pretty enough, that's a problem. And if we can prove that that was not the case 10 years ago, we got to say what changed in the environment from 10 years ago that's made these young girls suddenly have this big increase in depression and anxiety. We owe it to our children to consider it. Is this lawsuit the wake-up call we need, or are we just scratching the surface on a much bigger issue? Put it in the comment section below. I want to hear what you think. Also, is this the type of content that you find valuable on this channel? Let me know. Put a 1 up in the comment section if you found this video to be important to your life or impact your life in a positive way. Is it entertaining? Is it informational? Let me know. Once again, my name is Tim Black, and this has been another edition of Calling It Out. I see you on the next one, family, like I always say. Don't you let nobody take your cornbread. It's a new day.
Listen, kids, it's a big club, and you ain't in it.